Hey scientists, today we're going to continue discussing how we can understand the basic needs of snails. Our learning target says, I can understand the basic needs of snails. So today I want to talk to you about two different kinds of snails, land snails and water snails. These are pretty easy names because I'm thinking you can guess that land snails live on the land and water snails live in the water. Because they live in two different places, they eat different things. I bet you can guess what a land snail eats. Algae, an apple, zooplankton, or lettuce. I bet you can guess. It eats lettuce. That's one thing that a snail loves to eat, different plants. Land snails love different plants. Zooplankton is something that the water snail loves to eat. I'm going to put that right over here. It says, I am a water snail. I live in an aquarium. I like to eat. So those are all of the things that a snail living in the water might want to eat. Remember, zooplankton are tiny little microorganisms that live in water that small, different animals that live in water like to eat. And I bet you can guess that the land snail likes to eat apples, different kinds of fruit. And the water snail likes to eat algae. Algae is like a type of like aquatic plant that forms in an aquarium that snails love to eat and different animals that live in water love to eat. All right, so I'm going to show you a quick video on land snails and water snails. After that, I want you to write down one thing that you've learned about land snails and one thing that you've learned about water snails. I wanted to make today's lesson a little bit short because I found some really good videos that I think will explain to you a little bit more about land snails and water snails. So after you watch those videos, don't forget, you can write one thing you learned about land snails and one thing you learned about water snails. You might even want to include some things that make them different from one another.